Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today I want to talk a bit about a knowledge video about what is actually mashing. I'm here at a very nice location. I'm at Glenfiddich, and I have the 4 stages of mashing ready to be shown. So, how does mashing actually work? There are different kinds of mashing. I'm looking at the semi-lauter mashing. When you have mashing is actually putting the grist and the water together and then just splashing around, mashing it together. So this is actually, the mashing is what happens here. The grist comes in, the water comes in, it gets spinned around and filled into the mash tun. So there is a mixture going into the mash tuns. The rakes actually distribute it around, so you have a nice even floor, and you let it sit there and let the sugar and the starches dissolve and the starches split up. So the first mashing is done at around 65 degrees. It can go down to nearly 60 degrees, maybe a little bit less than 60 degrees at some distilleries, or it can go up to, some distilleries may go up to, I don't know, 70 degrees Celsius. But usually the middle is somewhere around 65 degrees. So this is really the mashing in. The next step is then when you sprinkle water on it, this is then lautering. So you can't really mash it together anymore, so you sprinkle it on, called lautering. If you'd use the same temperature, you'd get a really bad output. So you use a higher temperature to dissolve more of that. And so this is done at mean, I would say 72, 75 degrees Celsius. It can go down to, I don't know, 70 or maybe 69. It can go up to, I don't know, nearly 80 degrees, depending on the strategy of the distillery. So the third one is usually a recycling one. The second lautering, third water, is so low on sugar you can't really use it for the fermentation, so it gets stored in the tank. Some distilleries do a fourth water, even higher, so the temperatures of the third and fourth water are somewhere around, they always are above 80, and usually third water is at 85, some do it at 90. If you have a fourth water, you nearly have it all the time over 90 degrees, sometimes do 95, but this is rarely done. So 3 water mashing is usually, the case, I would say. After everything is done, you let it drain out. So you have a bit of a moist draft that goes out, cattle feed, bio, everything. So it's kind of the waste of the mashing, and it doesn't concern us anymore. So you rake it into these holes at the bottom. I've shown you a video, I think 2 years ago, where you have how a mash tun is actually built. So you see these holes where they get raked in. And then you have the sprinkler system, which actually still cleans the whole mash tun. And when it's clean, then it's ready for the next run.